Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing great. We are going to be doing a Kundalini class with Andrea. So grateful she's here. I am Barbara with BKS Yoga Studio. So super cool. I remember I was talking about I want a new yoga mat. I need a new yoga mat. Well, this incredible gentleman called and he said, hey, I want to do some photography with these yoga mats and I'll give you a yoga mat. I was like, score! So these are his beautiful creations. Do I have this? Yeah. These are beautiful. So we are representing Don. He has this incredible photography. So check out his website. It's DONNS Pix, PIX.com. It's really amazing what he's done. So thank you. And he might be doing some clicks during this class. So here she is.
Welcome to a Kundalini Yoga experience. And boy, just in time, after that very powerful full moon in Scorpio that we had on Thursday. Scorpio is a water sign, and the moon is a water amplification. There's a reflective nature to the moon. But with Scorpio, it's even more powerful, even more intense, and really gets us into our emotional body, into our feelings. And this particular full moon, with how it was aligned in the sky, and there's still an energy attached to that experience that we're in right now, we may have found ourselves like making decisions based on our emotions, and that's actually not a bad idea. So we're going to do a meditation that will aliven the intelligence of all the energy systems of our bodies. So we're going to actually start off with a breathing meditation. It's a mantra. We'll be using a mantra to start. Also some nice breath work that'll open up the heart center. And then we're going to be doing a kriya for the emotional body, for the water element. And my mat is a water mat, so it's beautiful. It's the Naples Pier. Love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's bring the hands together, bring the spine elegantly straight, connecting with our sit bones on our mats here this morning, taking some deep breaths through the nose. So we'll just stay here, developing a sense of feeling grounded, palms pressing, gazing up to the third eye point, as we prepare to tune into the vibrational sounds of Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, calling on our higher selves. Exhaling the breath out completely with our next exhalation. Taking in a deep yogic breath. Om Namo Guru Deva Namo. Om Inhale deeply, hold the breath, connecting with the third eye point, squeezing up through the pelvic floor, the area of the tailbone, our male and female organs, and the navel point. And exhale, releasing the breath and lowering the arms down. We'll just bring the wrists to the knees with the thumbs and index fingers touching, drawing the chin in slightly, and we'll take a moment to take some deep breaths through the nose. So I Ayurveda, they say that when we balance the five tattvas, or the 5 elements, we bring radiant health into our life and into our bodies. So we've been working a lot on the fire. So there's the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and the ether. So we've actually been working quite a bit on the fire and the air. So this morning we're going to be working on the water element. So just starting to bring those energy centers into alignment. Let's just start off by grabbing hold halfway between the ankles and the shins. We'll start off with a little exercise to move the energy in the spine. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, rounding the spine. So like a seated cat-cow pose, the head stays kind of set in the center. The movement is going from the base of the spine all the way up to the collarbones, all the way up to the cervical spine. So deep breaths through the body. Starting to tap into what's happening within the energy of our chakras, our chakra system. Noticing if we have an area that feels a little more restricted, a little more blocked, and we can take the breath into that area. Always moving with our own inhalation and exhale, so we can really slow this one down if we prefer. Creating a rhythm. Kundalini yoga is an opportunity to meditate even in these moving postures. So we create a rhythm with the inhale and the exhale, balancing out the inhale and the exhale, creating a complete breath. Good. A little more movement here. Soft through the shoulders and relax through the jaw, working a little deeper now as the spine warms up. And if we're just coming onto our mats for the first time in a few days, we might start to feel everything that's below the surface. A little rush of emotion come up, and that's good. I mean, we're just kind of looking at it. This meditation that we'll be doing in a moment will help us balance out all of that energy, all of those emotions, strong water element in our environment. Inhale deeply, elongate through the spine, gaze up to the third eye point, lift up through the pelvic floor. That's engaging the mole band. And meditate in a moment of stillness. Hold the breath. And exhale completely. Another deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, release. We can always, and it's very, very soothing. It's like a balm. And it means we are God. We're going to take this vibrational sound through all 7 chakras in the body, and then the 8th is the aura. So we're actually visualizing this. We're sitting in a cross-legged pose with the hands in Gyan Mudra, thumbs and index fingers touching. The eyes are just closed. This all happens below the surface. But I'm going to use my arms to explain where we're focusing our energy, where we're focusing our attention. So our attention, we're going to do this humming hum brahm hum. It goes through 8 cycles. We take it from the root to our second chakra, to the navel point, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, crown of the head, and then the aura and the radiant body. So around us. And then we pause for a moment. There's a moment of stillness. And then we take it out into our environment, across the globe, and then into the ethers. So it's got this really amazing, expansive nature to it. But we're sitting here chanting, and that is all on one breath. So all on one breath, we're going to do this. Let's see, am I leaving anything out? I think it's really more about the experience. This humming hum brahm hum is a complete mantra. It activates the energy centers, as I said, awakens the intelligence, and even crystallizes that. So it's a wonderful experience. I find it to be like immediately. And it's, you know, it makes you feel better right away, okay? That's always a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start, let's just listen first time through. Oops, Stacy. Maybe that's a little too loud. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Pause, hold. Hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Inhale. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hum brum hum hummy 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 hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum hummy hum brum hum. Hummy hum brum hum hummy Hum Brahm 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 Hum. Inhale. Hold the breath, hold the position. Exhale powerfully out through the mouth. Another deep inhale. Squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Gaze up to the third eye point. And exhale. Last one, inhale deeply through the nose. Squeeze up through the pelvic floor, gaze up to the third eye point, and we'll draw the energy from the navel up to the third eye. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up and stretch. We're going to shake the arms and distribute all of that prana, life force energy, the vibration from the mantra, the soothing balm energy through every cell of our bodies. And wonderful. Please extend the legs out and give them a little shake and a bounce. Rock the feet from side to side. This is a modified bridge pose. The feet are about hip distance apart. The palms are to the earth, fingertips pointing towards the body. We'll take long, deep breaths through the nose on this one. As we press into the palms, we're going to come into a tabletop so that belly rises up towards the sun. And if we are comfortable, we can either keep that little shelf for the neck and the head. If we're comfortable, we can drop the head back. Long, deep breathing through the nose. Energies into the palms of the hands, the fingers, and the soles of the feet, equally and evenly. And then we're pressing up the navel point towards the sun. So we're starting to really activate the entire body here. Feeling a release through the hips immediately on this one. Relieves tension in the area of the kidneys. And we can keep a slight bend in the elbows. I like to do that rather than hyperextending the elbows. Almost there. Keep the breath going. And inhale deeply. Squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Hold the breath. And on an exhale, we'll start to lower down, coming back down to our seats. And we're going to actually come into another version of a bridge. So let's just come back, extend the legs out again, give them a little shake and a bounce. Take some, as we rest into the palms, take some deep breaths all the way down through the legs. So soft bend in the elbows, gaze up to the third eye point. So taking our prana down to the lower body. They say that we need to work mostly on the lower body. That's where we have the most blocks. So an emotional block shows up in the area of the kidneys. Also associated with fear and arthritis. I think it's really interesting how the physical manifestation of disease or imbalances show how it shows up. It always starts on an energetic level. So, actually in this one we'll come onto our backs. The knees are bent, the soles of the feet are on the earth. If we have a wheel in our practice, we can bring forward the wheel. For some of us, the arms are alongside the body with the palms facing down. We'll activate, energize, and lift up through the hips. Walk the shoulders a little bit together in the upper back. That gives you a nice expanded heart center for a beautiful bridge pose, and we can stay here and practice breath of fire. That's the short exhalations through the nose, and the movement is through the belly. If we have wheel in deep relaxation. So let's take a moment here, a few moments, a few breaths to relax deeply onto the earth. Circulate all of that prana. That was a very nice compression of the spine. A compression of the spine, an extension of the front of the body, and that's where the healing aspect comes in for the nerve channels. So we restrict the blood flow through the nerve channels, and then when we come into a relaxation, that healing prana flows through all of the vertebrae, heals the nerve channels as well as all the systems and the organs that lie along the spine. Just move, allow the belly to rise and fall as the breath flows in through the nose and out through the nose. Good, everyone's doing great. From here, please, we'll draw the knees into the chest. Give our lower back a nice, well-deserved release. Squeezing the knees in and rock on the spine a few times there. And we'll rock on the spine a few times to come up. We'll come up and make our way onto our bellies. So breath of fire in this one. This is a navel activation pose. This is probably our only pose in this creed to activate the navel. So coming onto the belly, it's like a boat pose. I like to keep the legs together, the toes as pointed as possible. It's as if we were coming up into a cobra, but on this one we're going to reach the arms back, interlace the fingers, and then the legs come up. So balancing on the navel point, really strong through the thighs, engaged through the shoulder blades. So we're drawing the shoulder blades together as if there was a pencil between the shoulder blades, breath of fire. And this is a meditation, so we're gazing up to the third eye point. Keeping the thighs lifted, the kneecaps are drawn in towards the thighs. If we need to modify the pose, we can place the palms under the shoulders for support, but as much as we can, keep the lower body straight. Almost there. Inhale deeply, squeeze up through the pelvic floor, draw the energy from the navel up to the third eye. And exhale, release. Relax down, turn the head to the left. Let's relax for a few breaths before we go on. So when we have a balanced water element in the body, that plays into our level of creativity. So we're working on our creativity, we're working on our emotions, we're feeling whatever there is that is coming up for us. And just being. Meditation is really just sitting with ourselves, being present. And I was listening to a little lecture a week or two ago about emotions and how emotions are meant to be felt. And I liked what the author said, which was that if we're not experiencing our emotions, we're missing out on our own life. The emotions come up to be felt. And just breathe through that. And please slide the palms under the shoulders, and we'll press into the palms. onto the heels and give ourselves a nice little stretch and baby pose. And then rolling up one vertebrae at a time, please. Everyone's doing great. We're going to stretch all of this out. Coming all the way up into standing. The feet are about more than hip distance apart in this one. Toes can be out, pointing diagonally. This is a moving meditation. Palms are together. You can lock the thumbs. So it's as if the body was in a teepee. So inhale, center. Exhale, fold at the waist. Come all the way over to the outside of the left ankle. Inhale, forward, come up. Exhale, drop over to the outside of the right ankle. So just move with the breath. Inhale, energize, and exhale, float. From side to side. Ground it through the soles of the feet. Allow that feeling of being grounded to permeate through the entire body. Feeling grounded might be something that we need to work on a little more than usual. You know, all the things that we were relying on, all the things that we knew to be true, some of that may have dropped away. So finding productive ways to feel grounded without feeling too much heaviness. It's always comes back to the earth element. Walking outside on the grass in bare feet, even for just a few minutes. Last little bit. And we'll do one more on each side, please. Inhale, center, reach up, elongate through the crown of the head. Ground it through the soles of the feet. Energized into the fingertips. And then exhale, float the arms down, step the feet together, and we'll meditate as we stand. Slight bend in the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and just breathe long and deep. This is a kriya I like to do right around the full moon. And this week I didn't want to take any chances, so I was telling Barbara I've been doing it every day this week.
Of course.
I didn't want to play around with this Scorpio full moon. So
You were so disciplined.
So I had a good week.
Unlike me.
Let's come onto the earth. You know, it's all just energy moving through. You know, it's all and it's all good. No matter what it is, it's all good. Really. Okay. Breath of fire. This is a balancing pose. Coming up onto the top of the seat here. Lifting the heels up off the earth so the body is in a balancing pose from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. So you've got that nice alignment. Heart is lifted, and if we can go a little deeper, I know this one can be a little challenging. You can come here, lower legs parallel to the earth. If you can, press out through the heels. Breath of fire. Gaze up to the third eye point and meditate. As you continue to extend through the heels, if you can, start to activate the arms and bring the legs a little bit closer back to the body. Steady, keep the breath going. Inhale deeply. Draw the energy from the navel point up to the third eye. Engage the mole bond. And exhale. Bring the legs together, bend the knees, cross the ankles. Because everything, it all does pass. Okay, let's come up onto the knees, please. This one works on the kidneys, directly on the emotional body. We create a little kidney bandha. So let's start off on the left leg, extending the left leg back and up. And then exhale, contract, bringing the knee all the way up towards the forehead. And inhale, extend, and exhale, round. Move with the breath. And it's an extending and a placing of the leg. We're not using any momentum here. We're using the muscles, drawing the muscles in towards the bones. Inhale, extend, and exhale, round. Going back and up as far as we can. Feeling that little bandha lock in the area of the hips. On the left side. Good. On an inhale, we'll extend the left leg back and up and hold. Gaze up to the third eye point. Squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Coming into our deepest expression. And exhale, drop the left knee down. We'll sit back onto the heels and drop the third eye point down in baby pose for just a breath. Inhale, come back up onto all fours. And extending the right leg back and up, lifting up through the crown of the head. And exhale, round, right knee all the way up to the forehead. Moving with the breath. Inhale as we extend, and exhale as we round. Now feeling the right kidney, right, creating that little bandha. Placing the leg back, using the muscles as they draw towards the bone to lift the right leg, and then draw it into the chest. Totally balanced between the inhale and the exhale. Good. Almost there. The hips are a depot for stress, tension, and even trauma. Inhale, extend the right leg back and up. So we might be tapping into some of that, all this energy moving in the hips. Gaze up to the third eye point, draw the navel up to the third eye. And exhale, drop down into the right knee. Let's sit back into the baby pose now for a few breaths. And circulating all of that prana. We want to start to really drop into a relaxation state. This is the part of the class where we can release, drop into feeling very grounded, very supported, dropping into stillness. But we'll start here in baby pose with the third eye point down. Relaxing through the breath. And whenever we feel ready, we can start to roll up and make our way onto our backs for a final relaxation, a deep final relaxation. So you can stay here in baby pose for a little longer if you prefer, or come into deep relaxation, allowing the body to stretch out, the palms are open, the weight of the body totally into the earth. Bringing our awareness back to the physical body. Noticing the abdomen rise and fall. We can wiggle the fingers and toes and rotate the ankles and the wrists. Noticing how our energy might be different as we awaken. You can reach the arms overhead and bring the legs together, giving ourselves a full body stretch. And a deep yogic breath, feeling a little more aware within and around us. And then squeeze the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the legs, making any adjustments that we need to here to feel complete. And I always like to, as well, bring the soles of the feet together in the palms, re-grounding our energy. And then rock on the spine a few times to come up. So check out Barbara's vinyasa classes every morning at 10 and her meditation at 6 p.m. She has been an amazing anchor for all of us, and we're so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Let's seal our time in with a long sat and a brief nam. Inhale deeply. Light to all, love to all, and peace. Satnam, everybody.
Satnam, have
See
a
you
great
next time.
We'll see you guys at 6. And thank you, Don. Check out his website.